Hey, noble ones. Let me take you for a spin. Do you want to know how I ended 2025? With this. Look at that beauty. I'm the king of setups. Okay, now that I started on a positive note, let's jump into the nonsense. Anna Paulina Luna says, EU's own opinions? Oh, wow. EU user reviews. That is so true. Yeah, I'll give it a star simply because they don't allow 0 stars, do they? Absolutely. 100%. The rabbit hole tells us race car denied, no one cares anymore. That's what happens when you repeatedly lie. The label loses meaning. That is so true. So in 2015, she says you're a racist. Wait, what? Yeah, that's exactly it. In 2025, you're a racist F off. Absolutely. 100%. 110%, ladies and gentlemen. 110%. Like literally, even in the 90s, if you said that guy is racist, anyone would be like, he's racist. What did he do? That's what we. Now, if I hear that guy's racist, I cringe. It's like an eye roll. It's an automatic eye roll. Ooh. Oh my gosh. British police when you eat a bacon cheeseburger in front of a Muslim. Goodness gracious, who makes these? Terminator 2. That is, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's why it's funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny. Yeah, get him! How dare he? Man, they should stop serving those at McDonald's. Am I right? Why are they? How dare they? Bacon and eggs? Don't you dare! Oh, it's the clown secular talk again. So he's saying the MAGA guy boycott Bud Light. Yeah, that did happen, and this is I suppose this is supposed to be the based progressive. MAGA guy boycott Target, MAGA guy boycott the NFL, and then the based guy says boycott Tesla, and he's cringing and he's crying about it. Yeah, literally, how do you even have followers? Secular talk. I don't get it. It must be like a bunch of absolute imbeciles at this point and cretins. Like literally the lowest IQ the planet has to offer. Because anyone can look at this, review the facts, and figure out, yes, it's true. Conservatives, not even just MAGA, conservatives in general have absolutely led some boycotts towards Bud Light, Target, and the NFL. Which means a person who's a conservative and thinks that these companies indeed hate them and everything we, in fact, feel for and believe in, we can choose not to want to give our money. So, even though it might require a little extra driving, I won't go to Target, but I will go to another place. That's the idea, right, behind it. Likewise, for Bud Light, I'll find another beer to drink because I don't like what Bud Light did when they chose Dylan Mulvaney, despicable human being, by the way, who wants to infringe on your rights and specifically said, I've already have a dedicated video to it, that anyone who misgenders or doesn't use preferred pronouns should end up in jail. Direct quote. And then you spam the picture of this clown on the Bud Light. I'm not going to buy Bud Light. That's what a conservative boycott is. But the people that boycott Tesla burnt them. They are violent. There was one gunman who was on his way to a Tesla location, I imagine to want to deal with Elon Musk, wanted to off him. So that's the difference. It's not the same thing, you absolute clown, and either you know it or you're an idiot. But if you know it, maybe it's worse. I personally don't think this guy is stupid. I actually think he lost it. Because if you watched him like 5 years ago, it wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. But if you watch him now, that's what he does. It's either this or mocking Charlie Kirk's widow. That's all he does these days. And occasionally cry about Asmongold, and then Asmongold reacts to him and completely wipes the floor with him. And it's glorious to see the Roach King annihilate this clown. But he is a clown because obviously this isn't the same thing. Find at this point an example where either the left chose a boycott that wasn't violent, because these three were not violent. This one absolutely was. So you either find that, and then you can make sense in your meme here, or find something that a conservatives did that was violent and compare it to boycotting Tesla, which also was violent. These two things are apples and pears. And I know he knows it. So he's also a liar on top of all of this. Make with that what you will. Like at this point, if you're left wing and watching me and you watch him as well, find someone else. Find someone who at least is critical and doesn't lie to your face, but shares your political ideas, your social ideas, your approaches to immigration policy, economy, whatever you want. But this guy's a clown. Hello. So, here's the deal. This is a notebook. I'm going to get a pen, and you could choose any pen. Look, I've got a whole array of pens prepared here just for you. Could go black, red, blue, green, rainbow color. Maybe not rainbow color, but here it is. So, I got the pen, and what I'm going to do is, if you subscribe right now, not tomorrow, not in a year, I'm going to sign this for you. Look. Oh, no, I'm not joking. When I do what I say. Look, I'm signing it right here. Signing it. Metatron. Ha! I did it. Signed. For you, Metatron. You subscribed yet? I'm sorry, what? What do you mean how I'm going to give it to you? I never said I was going to give you the notebook. I just said I was going to sign it for you. But don't twist my words now. I'm not a liar. I said I would sign it for you, and I did. You subscribed. That's the end of the deal. Fantastic. Good deal, by the way. You got a great deal. Fantastic deal, if I say so myself. Ciao. Seriously, guys, on a different note, isn't the Iron Lady based? I think she's based, honestly. I personally think she's the right choice for Japan these days. 100%. Well, maybe let's say 95%, because I haven't actually read every single position she has when it comes to all sorts of different policies, particularly the social ones. So, sure, I mean, I don't want to say 100%, because perhaps there will be something that then you'll show me, because you're lovely like that, and you'll tell me, oh, you said you agree 100%. What about when she said this? And then maybe I'll read it and I'll be like, oh, no, actually, I don't agree with that. Or, no, that's pushing it too far, since I'm still quite moderate in my takes. But in general, I do believe she's the right choice for Japan, mostly because of one thing. This doesn't even have to do with the fact that she's a conservative or that she's like Japan first, but it's because, or that she has strong positions when it comes to immigration, but it's because she's what the majority of Japanese want. And at the end of the day, isn't it okay, normal, fine, natural that first and foremost Japanese want to take care of their own traditions and their own culture and people? Isn't that normal? Isn't that the most natural line of thinking that you could have on any planet? Now, can it be pushed to extremism? Yes, everything can be pushed to extremism. Even Christianity, that I love and I think is the godly, it's the way and the path back to God, but even Christianity can be pushed to extremism. So anything can be unfortunately corrupted, even if the root core of the ideas and ideology is the most beautiful on the planet. Anything can be corrupted, because it's just how it is. Personally, you could think of it in a secular sense as, well, that's just the human mind. Anything that goes beyond a certain line turns into radicalization, and once something is radicalized, then it's a problem and it becomes a natural evil and a massive threat towards civic order. But even if you look at it from a religious perspective, I would say Satan has the ability to imitate. And therefore, we can see that in the Bible when he changes the stuff and imitates the pharaohs. And so he will infiltrate anything and corrupt everything from the inside. Once again, if you're atheist, of course, you don't believe in this, but I think you can still look at it from, as I was saying, secular, mass psychological standpoint, and understand that too much of anything is going to be bad for your head, particularly when it's exasperated and exacerbated. And so, yeah, of course, but I do believe that she's great because she represents the Japanese people, their traditions, their culture, and she's here to defend it. Now, I hope she does it in the best way possible, and that the anti-foreign sentiment is one of the problems. That's something we should talk about, however, because a lot of the foreigners that are getting anti-foreign sentiment in Japan deserve it. Now, there are also those that don't deserve it, and that's when I draw the line myself. If there is a person and they are foreigners, but they enter a country to assimilate legally, they work hard, they respect, they learn the language, all of that. They are contributing members of society. They don't hate the country they immigrate. They don't want to try and replace the people. They don't want to try and change everything so that it would suit their needs and reshape an already existing culture and country to their image. If they're not like that, then I have nothing against them. I think it's great. Fantastic. Of course, you can't have still waves of tens of millions. It still has to be, but that's never the case anyways because when you immigrate legally, well, you have to have a reason to get that visa, don't you? Some of it is a working visa, some are marriage visa and whatever. Study visas, student visas, there are a lot of different ways, but not everyone could just enter a country and stay. But in general, the people that do hate, yes, they do deserve to get anti-foreign sentiment. It is good in that case, and I think she is a fantastic pick when it comes to that. We'll see. Only time will tell for today. Thank you for watching. If you appreciate my content so far and wish to help ensure my ability to continue to tell it how it is, regardless of any possible backlash, please support this channel on Patreon. Any support helps me and my team of academics keep the channel strong and gives us the means to fight back against the political rewriting of history. Stand with us, form the wall, defend the truth.